What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news. Not movie news, Shaun. It's the strangest news stories from around the world.
Connie, you're living in the past. It's Weird News Wednesday time, for God's sakes.
That always happens when I look at you during the intro.
Usually, listeners, he just closes his eyes, goes into some kind of mind palace, and then does the intro.
I like glass over, like my eyes just roll into the back of my head. But this week, every so often I will look up in the middle of an intro and I will get distracted. But Shaun, it is Weird News Wednesday. What do we do here on Weird News?
Well, you have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read all of those stories out to me, a man who has been too busy keeping accurate note of what day it is to look at any weird news.
I just get distracted. Wednesday's it's a bit of a hump day, isn't it?
Bit of a hump day. It's halfway through the week, you know, corporate banter and such. Oh, we're nearly there now.
Any minute now we're going to edge towards debt. So Shaun, weird news. If this is your first episode, by the way, normally that intro is, well, I'm not going to say it's better. To be honest, the standards are quite low. But
usually I fuck it up though. I usually mess up the intro.
A better podcast would redo it.
No. A better podcast wouldn't have gone for 3.5 years.
Goddamn right. So Shaun, we are starting Weird News Wednesdays this week. Actually, first of all, can I mention that if you are listening to this, could you give us a like and a review, whatever podcast platform that you're listening to this on?
Please do. We would really appreciate that.
It would really help us out. Just a very small thing, but yeah, you know how algorithms work. I don't, but I'm assuming you do.
You're smarter than both of us combined.
Now, last week, Shaun, we had a chat about dog men.
We did. And the sightings of dog men are on the rise once again.
The sightings of dog men were on the rise. Now, that's a sentence we don't normally get to say, and obviously it was a bit tongue-in-cheek. That we were doing it for Weird News because we had a few crazy people that had said they had seen dog man wandering around.
So what's the follow-up to this? More people?
Next day, after we released that, Shaun, footage came out, captured on Texas Zoo surveillance camera of a mysterious wolfman-like creature.
Jesus Christ.
It was weird, right? Because we released that on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, I was scrolling through Twitter and this came up, and I went, "Oh, this must be a follow-up to what we did." But no, Shaun, this is the Wolfman.
Sorry, not Dogman, Wolfman this time.
Yes, of course.
And I just want to stress as well that they saw the wolf-looking creature in a zoo. Is that correct?
Yeah, but no, he wasn't in the cage though. He was outside the cage.
He was wandering around. He bought a ticket, you said.
I mean, if you want, Shaun, I would recommend you looking this image up because it's going to creep you out. It was sent in to us by multiple people, I will say. Many of our lovely listeners and some of our patrons. Whenever they see something this weird, especially because we had talked about Dogman the day before, they were like, lads, it's happening. Lads, I don't know if you notice, but it's happening.
He's back. It's popping off. What is that?
Oh, Shaun's in.
Oh.
Shaun, describe what you're seeing.
I'm seeing. Oh, it's a fairly humanoid-looking figure, I will say, right. But there's some distinct wolfish features to it.
Oh,
now,
maybe Wolfman-like.
I don't mean to bring lycanthropy into it, Connor, but it looks kind of like, and this is a stretch, I will admit. But there's a Pokemon called Shiftry.
Oh, for God's sake.
And it looks like a tree, but it's a humanoid. It looks kind of like that. Or it looks like the weird version of Sonic the Hedgehog that they made that one time.
Well, I mean, if that happens though, Shaun, still Wolfman-like. If any of that's true.
Certainly Wolfman-like, I will say.
Well, according to NBC, the photo in question was captured around 1:30 a.m. last week at the Amarillo Zoo. The image appears to show the silhouette of a strange-looking figure walking alongside a chain-link fence. Though the details are hard to distinguish, the figure looks as though it had a dog-like face and the ability to move on its hind legs.
Yes, I've been described the same myself.
The Daily Star reports a zoo groundskeeper was the first to spot the wolfman-like creature on motion-activated security cameras. There is reportedly no video of the odd figure, but merely the photo released by the official shot. That's how you know it's true. There's no video.
Because if they were trying to fake it, they would try and make it as realistic as possible. Yeah. You know,
why would you have a video on a security camera? You wouldn't. That's not how they work.
No. And one more fact. Guess what phase of the moon was last week, Connor?
Was it in retrograde?
No, it was waxing gibbous, apparently. But it was a half moon, though. So it's like half wolf, half man, you know?
Is that how it works? So you're just constantly changing into a wolf at certain points?
It varies the amount of wolf in you, depending on the phase of the full moon, full wolf.
Yeah,
half moon, half wolf, half man.
Little bit of wolf, you just get a little hungry for human.
And I've been described like that myself, Connor.
Who's describing you like this?
Usually some local youths who try to hurt my feelings on the regular.
Hey, look at that guy in his hind legs.
What a dick.
Is it a person with a strange hat who likes to walk at night? Shaun read a tweet from the city of Amarillo. Do you have any ideas of what this unidentified Amarillo object could be? They tried to put UAO as their thing, so unidentified Amarillo object.
They're really trying to make something work there, aren't they?
They definitely put this wolfman-like creature in there, because there's no footage on this surveillance camera. I don't know how that figured out.
It looks weirdly like an X-ray as well, this image. Like the X-ray scanned a wolfman. Which, I don't know what that does for the story.
Now, I have a few comments, Shaun.
Go for it.
I have Twitter users have weighed in on the mystery and offered a wide range of theories. Now, I know that's normally the most sane place you can go to get any information.
Twitter replies are gospel as far as I'm concerned.
If you ever see a famous person's Twitter, you're just like, why would you tweet anything?
Why would you engage with this fucking nonsense?
Like, you could be like, or do you ever see those videos on YouTube? It's like children saved no longer have cancer. There's like the thing of them come back to school and everyone's clapping, and it has dislikes on YouTube, and I'm like, lads, what's going on?
There's being contrary, and then there's being an absolute miserable human.
Why are those videos? If those videos have thumbs down, then there's no hope for us. Like,
luckily they got rid of the dislike button, Connor. So there'll be none of that anymore.
That was just in the comments. What the fuck's he doing back in school?
Yeah, you have to really fucking vocalise your disdain for kids recovering from cancer.
So, Shaun.
Yeah.
Twitter users have weighed in on this wolfman-like creature that is, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it freaked me out when I seen it. It really freaked me out when the listeners were sending this in. I was kind of I couldn't sleep. The nightmares that I did have. So Lola has come in strong. Lola has said, is it a strange person with a hat who likes to walk at night? Lola.
Could be.
Kind of ruined the vibe.
Lola, you're really taking the wind out of my presentation on the Wolfman here.
Absolutely destroying it in one sentence. A strange person with a hat who likes to walk at night. Why can that strange person not be a wolfman?
But it is a very odd pose, like that a hat you couldn't attribute that pose to a hat, you know. He's like walking slightly backwards. He's sitting into his walk a little bit. Yeah. I don't mean to gender the Wolfman either.
Well, Shaun, Professor Hazard. He's a doctor.
And Danger is his middle name.
Professor Hazard, a man of scholar. He's come in, and the professor has some thoughts. Now, he's going a different route of animal, because he says, I'm thinking it's an owl riding a drunk guy.
What?
Now, he thinks it's an owl riding a drunk guy. Now, Professor Hazard has come in. He's nothing but dangerous, this man.
No, what's his doctorate in? What's going on there?
Being class.
Being cool. Being absolutely savage.
Just being a ledge bag is what his profession is in.
I mean, I don't see the owl portion of it, I will say. It looks, here's what, and I never thought I would say this, but it looks more like a wolf man than it does an owl riding a man.
See, I've got you. I've finally got you, Shaun. This is the evidence I've always wanted and needed to convince you to join me in my Wolfman church.
Here's where we meet on Sundays. We have little tea and cakes in the shape of wolves.
We eat a little more when it's a full moon. Now, Addy Shadows. Addy Shadows has come in. Now, they have some thoughts because they've gone full CSI. I did a deep dive, and by that I mean I just made the picture bigger and looked at the picture with inverted colours amongst other things.
Interesting.
And it looks just like it's a drunk guy with a beer bottle and a weird hat, says Addy Shadows. Completely, I don't feel like that's it. I think it's a Wolfman. I think it's obviously a Wolfman.
Annie, if you could fucking get it together for a second. I'm assuming first name Annie, last name Shadows, by the way.
Addy Shadows.
Addy, excuse me. Annie Shadows is way better.
Yeah.
I mean, now the Wolfman does seem to be holding something in his hand, but the Wolfman could also be drinking. Like, that's not out of the realm of possibility.
That's human blood. That's human blood he's drinking.
He's got it bottled. He went to the local brewery and they fixed it up for him.
He's got a deal.
He's got it sorted out.
I cannot stress enough, Andy. I don't want to be against you, but you need to grow up. All right, you need to figure out what's going on out there.
You need to fucking think about wising up quick.
Wisen up. A drunk guy with a beer bottle. Okay, yeah.
Why would they be hanging around the zoo at 1:30 in the morning?
Have you ever seen a drunk guy with a beer bottle with a weird hat? You haven't, because they never have weird hats.
No, because as soon as you start drinking, what's the first thing to go? The hat. Clear.
That's always gone. You always give it to somebody else.
That's why you never see me wearing a hat.
I'm always drunk. Now, Spencer Harvey has come in. Now, Spencer also spells his name wrong because he spells Spencer without a C, but an S instead.
Spenser.
Yeah.
Well, like I don't trust Spencer.
He's like Sponsor Harvey. Like, he's doing a run, but Spencer Harvey.
Like you fucked up the word sponsor.
My guess would be Coyote. Jumping the fence, rotated a bit right, of being friendly, of being directly facing the camera. It's probably blurry compared to the surrounding, due to the speed of the Coyote mid-jump and the low light exposure time the camera has. Jesus.
I mean, this man's researching the camera right here.
Well, Harvey, I'll sponsor you to do a run, but I won't sponsor you to give me any Wolfman facts, because that's fucking bollocks. That's absolutely fucking wrong.
That's a load of shit, is what that is.
Here's a $5, go for a mini marathon, but fuck off out of me life.
I am currently fucking around in Photoshop to see what I can do with this photo.
And finally, we had a tweet from Crash Bandicoot himself who said, "Sorry, was just looking for my keys." So
he does look a bit Crash Bandicoot like.
It does look a bit Crash. I don't see any denim shorts, but I mean, it could be Crash Bandicoot.
No, but I've enhanced the image, and there is some kind of tiki mask surrounding him as we speak.
He's got a motorbike and a bazooka.
And Dr. Cortex, what are you doing here?
So if you haven't seen this image, please definitely just have a Google. Just type Wolfman, as it's in the last week. So I'm assuming the algorithm will drop it straight up.
Yeah, what we could pop it into the Detective Divilment group and let people see what they think of it there.
So that's our Facebook chat. So we'll throw it in there and we'll see what all the people think, because this is a big deal. We don't know what it is.
We don't know what it is, but I think we need to outsource it. We need more minds on this, like more eyes to determine how exactly Crash Bandicoot got to that place in Amarillo.
Motorbike. We just covered it.
Do you remember the song "Is This the Way to Amarillo"?
Right. Yes.
And do you remember that Peter Kay did a cover of that for Comic Relief?
I always thought it was Pat Short, but it was Peter Kay.
That's so niche.
That's such a very small reference that nobody will get. But Pat Short is an Irish guy, like an Irish comedian for the last 30 years. And for some reason, when I was 10, I thought, that's Pat Short doing that song.
Peter Kay and Pat Short do have very similar energy, I will say.
See now.
But my fact is that it's really jarring, because that video came out maybe 15 years ago of Peter Kay's version of Amarillo. And about a minute in, Jimmy Savile is just there, just walking around and singing. It's very strange.
Oh, Peter. He didn't know.
He didn't know. No one knew except all the people that knew, but no one knew.
Sure, look at him. Just look at him.
How could you not know by looking at him?
If he was in any lineup for any crime, he'd get picked.
If he was near any lineup, if he was outside the door, it'd be like, no, that lad I passed on the way in.
He'd be on the other side of the glass as the police person, and you'd still be like, no, you did it.
Yeah, all the lads inside would point at him.
So Shaun, the Wolfman, we don't know what it is, but it's on video footage. See, I wasn't just crazy last week when I brought up the dog man. It's coming to light.
Oh no, you were still crazy when you brought up the dog man, Connor, but I believe Wolfman. Dog man is dead to me.
Dog man, I had eyewitness reports.
Yeah, but all those eyewitnesses were like, it could have been a dog.
It's a bit blurry.
Bit blurry.
Somehow my eyesight was blurry.
It was far away through the trees.
I wasn't in focus. Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news. And this is something that I feel like we've never covered before. But a few weeks ago, this is just a very small story, right? A few weeks ago, we were watching TV, not myself and yourself.
No, we don't have any time together anymore, Connor. You're always working.
So me and my girlfriend were watching TV, right? Yeah. Gogglebox comes up, and the clip they showed was of the cheese race that's in the UK.
Yeah, the downhill cheese race.
And she looks at me and says, "What's this? I've never seen anything to do with this." And so this week, Shaun, it's stuck in my head, or as my mother used to say, it's stuck in my craw. Right? And so...
Great phrase.
Thanks. I think she probably got it from her mother. Passed down.
Now you've gifted it to all the listeners.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't matter. But this week, Shaun, we're going to be talking about the UK cheese rolling race that is notoriously dangerous. But we're talking about one man, Chris Anderson, who has won it 23 times.
Has Chris been tested for doping by any chance?
If anyone hasn't seen the UK cheese rolling race, Shaun, please could you just give our international listeners a bit of a viewpoint here?
I mean, from the outside looking in, I've never partaken myself, but I gather that a load of people gather on top of a hill and you pick the roundest cheese you possibly can. My vote would be a Baby Bell, of course.
Of course.
And
normally a bit bigger.
Normally a bit bigger, a big wheel of Stilton or whatever. And you try and roll it down the hill and be the first one to cross the finish line. And I think there's a prize, but presumably the prize is more cheese.
Well, and the main thing that you're kind of missing out on there, Shaun, is that the hill in question is the steepest hill that they can possibly find. And why they do that is, if you think, wow, that sounds pretty easy. They roll a cheese down a hill, you chase after it. Now imagine, you know that little run you do when you run down a little ramp?
Oh, yeah.
Now imagine that but on a full-scale hill that is as steep. The gradient apparently is 50%.
Jesus Christ.
It's basically just a drop, right?
So for every step you take forward, you have to take one step down at the same time.
Exactly. So now, that seems fine. Everyone will walk after the cheese. Well, no. It's a race. You have to get there first. So when you put all that together, you get possibly one of the most dangerous races in the world, because you just have humans fall at the speed of gravity, but as fast as they can possibly try to sprint, running downwards.
And presumably they all get kind of bunched up during the race, and so there's a lot of tripping and falling going on.
I would assume, if I could not recommend enough right now you looking up a 1-minute clip of the race on YouTube just to get
all this Googling this week,
a proper viewpoint of what I'm talking about here, because it's ridiculous. The race starts, everyone sets off, everyone falls, and you basically just break your spine the whole way down until you reach the cheese.
Multiple injuries. Oh my God. It's like they're trying to fucking hop themselves. That man did a front flip.
Yeah, they always do front flips.
That's insane.
No, but
he has to be hauled off. Imagine a crowd of like a dozen people, right, falling down a hill, but there's just random cheese pops up every so often. That man landed on his neck. What the fuck?
Yeah, oh no, they fucking like nearly die.
And this is like this is in June as well. Like, that ground is dry and hard.
Hard.
You'd say something if it was mud, maybe.
Yeah.
And there's just a crowd of people laughing and joking.
It's all a big laugh.
What's the strategy here, though? Is there a way to game this that you get down as quick as possible, but don't get hurt?
I think Chris Anderson has figured it out, Sean. As I said, 23 times the winner. And all it cost him was one broken wrist, a bruised kidney, and a concussion. So that's actually really good over a 23-year winning streak.
It is, actually, because it's like, if you got all that per race, man's dead. But over 23 years, you'd get that normally, surely.
And he was victorious again this year, Sean, at the age of 34, in the infamously dangerous annual event.
Wait.
You're trying to work out the maths. I tried to work it out as well. It means he started racing when he was 11?
You've got supple bones at 11, so like there's less chance of injury.
They must have done like 2 a year or something at some stage, because they also haven't done anything for the last 2 years.
That's true, but also I think this one was for the Jubilee celebrations that they had over in good old England.
He apparently came away relatively unscathed this year compared to previous years. And he also now says that this is his swan song. He's retiring from the game.
He's out. He's too mature.
I'm just getting too old for it, he says. The cheese-chasing veteran said, I've been lucky to get away with nothing happening over the years without really hurting myself, and I can't really afford a time off work if anything does happen, he says.
Yeah. Man, the corporations are shutting down this man's love of racing cheese.
He'd kill himself to win this race repeatedly.
He'd kill everyone. Do you think...
You cannot, by the way. If you look up most injuries during this race on YouTube, you will get a whole shit ton of videos of people just landing on their neck and just landing on their spine and just being carted away left, right and centre.
What a way to go. It's like, oh God, how'd you wind up in like bedridden for the rest of your life? Well, there was Wensleydale on the go and I simply had to have it.
So, once a year, participants gather at the top of the notoriously steep Cooper's Hill, which, according to National Geographic, bears a gradient of 50%. Someone lobs a cheese wheel down the hill, and the racers take off after it, usually tumbling and crashing into each other the whole way down the hill.
I would like, are you allowed to can I bring a sled with me?
No.
Can I bring a baking tray? You have to be on foot. You have to be on foot?
Yeah.
Do Heelys count?
Yeah, I'd actually like to see you do it.
What if I just sail down? I just glide down, no bother at all.
He's on grass.
It's very hard, firm grass, you know.
Yeah.
It's perfect Heely material.
The lad's absolutely just breaking their spines beside you, and you're just wheeling down with your arms crossed the whole way down the hill.
I'm just whistling as I go. I've got a cracker, and I'm like spreading some cheese on it as I go down.
Getting ready. No, you're spreading the butter. You're just waiting on the cheese.
Waiting on the cheese. I prefer crackers with jam, actually, rather than cheese.
Crackers and jam.
Crackers and jam. It's a classic choice, salty and sweet. Just on the subject of Heelys, when I was a kid, I had shoes, right? But instead of just having a wheel in the heel, we can't all have shoes, Sean. Okay. Instead of having wheels in the heel like Heelys, they were full on like roller skates. And
Sean, you're describing our roller skates.
No. No, Connor, they folded out from the sole of the shoe. I wore them to mass and I skated up for communion.
That's in Ireland. That's going to get you attacked.
That's what Jesus was. It was Christmas Day as well.
I'm assuming. And you got them for Christmas.
Got them for Christmas. Santa brought them.
You had to bring them.
Yeah. Had to show off my new kicks to the local parishioners. Not in so many words, but I mean, how could you not be?
He threw up there right on my dude.
He said, "Body of Christ, radical is, I believe, the term."
Gave you a little high five as you went past. I can only assume. I love the idea of like you wheeling up and just a nun tackles you to the ground. No,
not here, not today.
Jesus, just absolutely head in his hands. We didn't expect this. We didn't expect anyone would ever do this.
I love the domino effect of like man dies on a cross 2,000 years ago. Shaun skates through a church.
Oh, lad.
It's what Catholicism has been building up to for ages.
To be honest, that's what we're all here for in Ireland. That's it.
That's what we're all about, apparently.
It's the nuns teach. Lads, does anybody have any Heelys in here? Because you're a fucking radical if you do, right? That's the way it is.
I mean, look, Heelys are God's gift to man, I suppose. Do you think they make adult Heelys and we could just like skate around together?
No, they normally just take you away to like maybe like some sort of asylum or something.
Oh, right, to give you one of those special jackets.
If you ask for them specifically, they just look at you and they go, "You having a tough time?"
They press the button under the counter and security comes.
Brings out a therapist. Like, what's going on, bud? You okay? Are you?
Everything all right at home? Is it, Shaun?
Is everything okay? Because you're trying to wheelie your way out with this fucking shoe shop, to be honest.
Well, I'm trying to do a midlife crisis, but I don't drive, so...
Yeah. I'm right here to buy a motorbike, but don't have any license, so you have any? Give me your fucking best Heelys.
Give me your finest wheeled shoe.
And apparently the cheese can reach up to speeds of 130 kilometres an hour.
No, it can't.
When it's going down, yes.
Cheese could not survive 130 kilometres an hour.
It's not realistic that you could ever catch the cheese in the race. So the idea is just to survive to the end of the hill without dying.
This is Takeshi's Castle.
It is, but it's a lot less extravagant.
Yeah, there's a lot less budget behind it. But, I mean, a wheel of cheese. How much is a wheel of cheese these days? Like,
apparently, the last officially sanctioned race happened in 2008. The following year, the town cancelled it over safety concerns.
But they just keep fucking doing it.
Because they're just radical.
I mean, pride waits for no man. You know, you have to catch that cheese.
If this is Chris, and I'm on like 13, like 2008, I'm like, let's keep doing it. Like, I want to get to 25 or 23 or whatever.
That's the thing. Yeah, like he's on a winning streak right now. Presumably he's not lost then in years and years and years.
Well, see, yeah, they didn't do it in 21 and 2020, so they said it's apparently one of those crazy British conditions. This year marked Anderson's first race since 2018. Oh, okay. So he must have won like them all in a row. He's been racing since he was a teenager and says he's won every race he's participated in except his first when he came second.
And he never forgot the sting of loss.
And apparently he says when he was younger they used to go up there and they would chuck each other down, him and his friends, down the hill. So I had a little bit of experience of going downhill.
He's got practice. He's learned how to fall safely, which is a very good thing to learn.
Apparently, the year that in 2007, he struck his head and he blacked out, but he still won. He says, I literally came across the line unconscious.
What the fuck? He's like Goku, that he keeps fighting the whole time.
His body just keeps rolling.
His body just knows what to do.
He knows the way home. I mean, I just wanted to cover this because it's a story. It's a race, but it's probably one of the most dangerous races in the world that maybe doesn't get a lot of worldwide view. Maybe people don't know it exists, and people are dumb enough to do it.
I'm just saying, and I don't mean to put words in your mouth, Connor, but you've signed us up for the 2023 race, haven't you? I've
signed us up for every year coming on because I'm taking Chris's crown. If you give me just 24 years.
Can we be joint winners? And you can push me and I'll knock everyone else down and you can just stroll to the bottom.
You go first, but you go like sideways and just like roll and start taking legs.
What I do, and I'm wearing the Heelys, so I take the wheels out with those and I just start fucking hopping them at people.
And then I just very lightly and gently crawl my way down the hill after you.
We'll call you a taxi to get from the top of the hill to the bottom.
Just turn up at the end. The guy's waving. Yes!
I did it, friends.
So if you haven't seen that, by the way, look up some clips. Really, I mean, it's one of those where you look at it and go, humans, no wonder we're all dying because why are we doing this? Why would you ever sign up? What's going on?
I mean, Connor, existence is pain, so sometimes you just got to chase a wheel of cheese down the hill.
Bring out the therapist again.
Oh shit! Where's
the button?
I've disconnected the button.
So we're moving on to our next piece of news, and I have one man who has spent his money wisely.
It's often been said about me.
No. Jeez, you want to fucking spend money to spend it wisely, Sean.
Got him.
Got him, he's cheap.
He'd fucking peel an orange in his pocket,
like
so he would.
A proper old man when they go to the pub joke of like, how you wouldn't even reach into your pocket, but there's probably cobwebs in there. Oh, hey!
Open the wallet and then you do the blow dust out of it kind of joke. That whole thing.
Man spends $600 building mini cinema for wild squirrels.
What? I don't know would they enjoy the cinema to its fullest extent.
A man has built a mini cinema for wild squirrels, complete with handmade promotional posters, a concession stand, and a movie screen.
Look, I'm all for art for the sake of art, okay? Yeah. But why?
Well, I'm sure how else are they going to see Top Gun Maverick? Surely
he didn't have the license to show Top Gun Maverick.
I mean, if he has the license to get that building erected in time, like, you need that. You don't have planning permission, right?
I don't think you need planning permission for a mini cinema for squirrels, Connor. I don't think there's a precedent for that.
There's no precedent. So there's no precedent for showing them Top Gun Maverick either.
No, because that's still distributed. But how did he obtain a copy of Top Gun Maverick? It's still in cinemas, man.
He's got one of the squirrels to sneak in. They steal it.
Oh, interesting. Why do we have so many squirrel stories on this fucking show?
I don't know, but squirrels appear to be in a lot of weird news stories. They're just up to mischief.
Yeah, there was one woman who trained a load of attack squirrels to bite her ex-boyfriend's bollocks off. There was
He got attacked 11 times by squirrels.
I forgot the number.
Once you get to like 6, imagine living your life. Not to cover that story again.
Just not knowing where the next squirrel attack is coming from.
You've been attacked 6 times by squirrels in the past week. Like, every time you leave the house, you must think to yourself, why is it happening to me?
And surely it won't happen again, will it?
I don't have any meat on me. Why do they care?
And there was the other one where a man said that his squirrel wasn't addicted to meth, he was just an asshole.
He was just an asshole, yes, that is true. But Jason Lindsay, 30, has created a miniature movie theatre after realising squirrels would never get to experience a real-life cinema, Sean. Video showed Jason, who works in video production, build the entire theatre from scratch in 2 months. He used an old tablet playing its own squirrel movie as the screen and built a miniature concession stand filled it with treats.
And is he charging the squirrels for this?
What do you charge them?
Nuts, surely. That's
yeah.
Main thing in a squirrel's life is where's the next nut
coming from. Just showed Batman from 1989 over and over again. And just Michael Keaton saying, you want to get nuts, let's get nuts.
Oh, very good, very good. I was thinking Ice Age, because you have Scrat, who has the nut.
No, Ice Age, that's good. That would stress him out. He never gets it.
Bit of a thriller for the squirrels.
It's a bit of a thriller. What's going to happen?
Be like watching Seven.
Jason added LED strip lights for ambience, popcorn bowls filled with squirrel-friendly treats, and finished it off with handmade movie promotional posters. He also installed 4 cameras inside to monitor the activity of the squirrels and positioned the theatre in his large forest back garden.
Right. But again, what's the end game with this?
I mean, I thought it would be a perfect project to challenge myself and my building skills, as well as do something fun for the squirrels.
Okay, I'm back on board with this, man. He just wants to have a good time.
They got to experience what a movie theatre is like, and I'm glad I could be the one to show them. They got so much delicious treats and snacks that they got to munch on while watching the wonderful Revenge of the Squirrels movie I made for them. The whole thing was a blast.
This man made his own film for the squirrels.
Yeah, I think he made his own film for the squirrels.
And he called it Revenge of the Squirrels.
Yes.
So it's a pro-squirrel movie. But the squirrels
it might be a bit of propaganda.
Okay. It's just a fucking war film, but for squirrels. Or he's completely remade Revenge of the Sith. And it's just with squirrels this time.
Like the 45-minute Jedi fight at the end of it. What he's doing is he's making 2 squirrels do that on lava.
Yeah. There's a squirrel General Grievous there, who is essentially still just a robot, but also part squirrel.
Oh. Just because he's like not a human in the movie.
No, like,
he's a robot in the movie.
There's a whole host of aliens in Star Wars. They can still be aliens, but just most people are squirrels.
Yeah, I assumed, Sean. I assumed. My main question here is: once we found out that this is happening, why and what's the point? And would you go to that cinema?
So why? Man wanted to test his construction skills. What's the point? Sometimes art can just be art, Connor. I've come around on this.
You went the complete 180.
Yeah, and I'll do it again. And
at a moment's notice.
Without any justification as to why. And then, what was the third one? Would I trust these squirrels?
No, would you go to this cinema yourself?
I don't think I'm welcome there. Not from like a my kind of a thing.
I'm telling you, it's a squirrel propaganda movie going on.
Well, look, if that's what it takes.
These fucking chipmunks coming over taking our jobs. That's what's going on there.
Wait. You're suggesting that the squirrels and the chipmunks have beef now?
Look, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying if it's a propaganda film, they're going to say anyone who's not a squirrel is coming to just do bad things.
But what about the disparity between breeds of squirrel as well, between red and grey squirrels?
That's interesting.
Grey squirrels, and I will say this, absolute bastards. Because they fucking kill the red squirrels.
True.
They were introduced as an invasive species to Ireland, eliminated nearly our national red squirrel population.
So then the question is, who's the cinema for? Do you accept red squirrel and grey squirrels?
I don't think we can't segregate the squirrls in this.
Because once you start segregating, that's a whole other kettle of fish.
That's a whole other thing. Oh, let's not bring fish into this.
Once you start segregating, that's different from they're coming over here taking our jobs. That's actively ruining people.
When you're hanging signs saying no Irish need apply, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other thing.
Squirrels.
No red squirrel. I like all squirrels, I will say, but some squirrels are more equal than others. In the eyes of Irish biodiversity, surely.
Okay, right. Yeah.
Connor, I'm digging a hole that's too deep here, I'll be honest.
There's a few bad eggs in the grey squirrels.
Squirrels don't lay eggs, they're mammals, Connor.
It's the phrase, Sean. It's the phrase.
It's the phrase. Oh, you're a phrase.
Oh.
A phrase to be wrong.
What?
Afraid? I don't know.
We've got to go to Ash. I'm imagining like prime time and the two of us are the only two people on the panel and like the host is just looking at us going back and forth.
Just RTE was completely empty that day and they just said, anyone able to talk for 30 minutes? Yeah, we'll talk about squirrels, why not?
You're a fucking phrase and your phrase is wrong. You just like sit back, cross your arms.
We'd like to apologise for that.
I mean, Sean, I just think it's a fun little story. It's a nice little cinema. And I hope the red squirrels are the ones that are brought in. They need a win. Grey squirrels can go fuck themselves. They can maybe watch it online. They probably have streaming services. It's okay.
HBO snacks, because they eat nuts or snacks. Nutflix.
Nutflix. I mean, it was sitting there.
I mean, it's right there. I know why they got a HBO snacks first. Who knows?
Try to turn Amazon Prime into one. Oh Lord!
Amazon Rainforest Prime because there's trees.
I'm trying to think of one more. Disney Plus.
D's Nuts Plus.
D's Nuts Plus. It has to be.
It's the only one. It's the only one squirrels would recommend.
Sean, I am moving on to our next piece of news, and it's finally happened. Willy Wonka's chocolate factory has come to life because I have near death by chocolate as two factory workers have to be rescued after falling into tank of melted chocolate at M&M factory.
I think I saw this story and I was like, Connor's going to talk about this, so I didn't look at it.
They fell into a tank of melted chocolate at the M&M factory in Pennsylvania. I'm talking Augustus Gloop levels here.
Melted chocolate, hot chocolate as well.
Yeah, because they would probably have just melted it, I would assume.
Just melted it, because if it's liquid chocolate, like there's only one way to make that.
It's boiled away. It's boiling away just as they're in it, so they're being cooked in chocolate.
Well, let's hope they don't lose their temper.
We've got to go to break. Don't bring him back next week, please. Two people.
Connor, you can come back, but Sean, no.
2 people have been rescued after falling into a giant tank of chocolate at the Mars factory in Pennsylvania, in an incident which could easily have been ripped from the pages of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I just said that, lads. Come on.
The pair fell. You stole his bit.
The pair fell into an enormous vat of chocolate and were unable to climb out without assistance. The 2 who fell into the tank were factory workers and were not injured. But the Elizabethtown Fire Department had to be called in order to pull them out.
As a fire department employee, how do you respond to that call? It's like, 2 people fell into a vat of chocolate at the chocolate factory, did they?
Yeah. They did,
I've seen that one before. Willy Wonka, Johnny Depp was in that, wasn't he?
What's the name? Charlie Browne, is it? Is it Charlie Browne? No, it's not Charlie Browne. What's his name?
Charlie
Bucket. Charlie Bucket.
Good grief.
Charlie Browne is the other guy.
He's the man who will kick a football in pure trust.
He won't kick a football, is the problem.
No, he'll try though. He'll always go for the kick.
Charlie Bucket. What do they all call Charlie B?
Cardi B? What? Who?
That's where she comes from.
Cardi B loves chocolate and kicking footballs. Famously.
But she never gets the football.
Because a friend who she trusts just always pulls it away at the last. And then she does a little flip when she tries to kick it.
Fucking bastards.
So, if you fell into a big vat of chocolate, Connor.
Oh, okay.
Because there's 2 chocolatiers did this, right? Imagine it's both of us.
Yeah.
Do you panic? Or do you start... And don't judge me here.
Okay.
Do you try a little bit of the chocolate while you're in there?
Are you suggesting we eat our way out?
I mean, Connor, I don't mean to put words in your mouth, but surely there's one easy way out of this chocolate dilemma we found ourselves in.
You're still in the tank, though. Like, even if you eat all the chocolates in the tank, you're only going to get lower into the tank.
But how deep is the tank?
But you're getting closer to the heat.
Yeah, but would you
eat?
But would you rather drown in an empty pool or a full pool?
But you're getting closer to the fire.
I don't think there's a big cauldron.
I think they have it on a hob.
Oh, sorry, this is the borrowers we're talking about.
Yeah, I think they have it on a little gas hob, and they're just heating it up from underneath.
Yeah, but I would wager that it's melted somewhere else, then poured into this vat. Okay. I assume stirred, and then the individual M&Ms are crafted by hand. Is that not how it works?
Knitted together,
like shreddies.
Yeah, of course. I think my answer is not good. You're not going to like it because I know your answer. Your answer is eat our way out.
Eat our way out.
Our way out.
We'll dig up.
Dig up, stupid. My answer would be I'm a devil for having one bar or one bite of chocolate and said I'm done. That's fine.
That's true. But that's because you have limited amount of chocolate. I'm talking unlimited chocolate here.
No, that's not because you could give me a whole box of roses or like milk tray and I'll have one strawberry one and then I'm done.
Devil.
And I won't even have the 2 strawberry ones that are in the same tray. I'll have one of them and then go, right, I'll have another one like in a week.
Do you know they put so much less strawberry ones in every box of chocolates?
Did you know I found out that they took the strawberry one out of milk tray?
Did they actually? That was the best one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
What replaced the strawberry one in a box of milk tray?
Cherry and fucking
fuck cherry. Go fuck yourself, Cadbury's.
That's what I was thinking.
Why would you? What's the point to get? Lad, because it was shaped like a strawberry and all.
It was the
class.
only one I wanted, and they took it out, and now I'm suing them. I don't know what for, I don't know under what grounds, but I must sue them.
I mean, I'm looking at the contents of a milk tray, and it's depressing at the minute, Connor. It's not great here.
We don't work for milk tray.
No, I'm fucking glad I don't, because I couldn't say my piece. I will say the chewy caramel one is quite nice as well, though, I will say.
That's not bad. Like, they're probably the only 2.
I mean, I do like, Connor, I'm...
Yeah, of course.
I laid a whole milk tray on my own, man. I have no shame.
Didn't Billy Connolly once have the thing of you get a box of chocolates and you get one maybe you don't really know as much. So not milk tray or something that you're eating all the time. Get like one of the square ones. Maybe a Lily O'Brien's one, right?
Oh,
or something fancy, right? And you get that. You open the box, and without looking at the tray that has all the flavours, you throw it in the bin. And then you play the Madman game. And let's go for it.
I used to do something similar. Now, it's not on the same stakes, but you know Revels, which are like...
There's only 5. And they're all shaped different.
But I would eat them in the cinema in the dark. So I wouldn't know what was coming next.
Oh, you devil.
I live on the wild side. I went to the cinema on my own a lot, it turns out.
Did the police know about this?
They did. I informed them beforehand just in case anyone got panicked that someone was being so cool.
That little boy is being too cool.
Little boy. I was 22 at the time.
It was last week, I'm assuming. I went to see Top Gun Maverick with my squirrels.
I ate all of the loudest crisps that I could.
Oh man. So more than 24 emergency personnel were dispatched to the scene apparently, which happened just before 2 p.m. last Thursday afternoon. Firefighters were on the scene for about an hour before the 2 individuals who were not floating around in the chocolate, they said, specifically, were rescued and taken to the hospital. Now, can I just say, they released their own statement. And they've said they were not swimming around in the chocolate. Shaun, if you were a chocolate factory, say the M&M's, say whatever, and two people fell into your big fucking vat of your next delivery of chocolate, you were already behind schedule. Are you telling everyone that they were swimming in that chocolate?
I'm getting rid of that chocolate as soon as I'm putting it into the next order, Connor. I don't care. Like a hippo could have swam in that chocolate.
They were wearing shoes. One of them had walked in shit that day.
Oh, definitely.
Their clothes covered in shit. Just these people they're missing the toilet, constantly just shitting. Like, I can only assume.
Who knows how they got the job that they did, which is monitoring open containers of melted chocolate.
Just laxatives out the wazoo in the place. And so then they fall into the vat. But you're behind schedule, Shaun. You get paid by the vat load. So, like...
That wasn't my contract, I do get paid by the vat load.
It's one of those where where are we going to throw it out? It's too big now to throw it away.
Boss, I had pockets full of ketamine when I fell in. I don't care, Simonson. Put it into the little candy shells and get it in the bag.
Dish it in. It'll make up the kid's day for fucking better, boy. A hole had to be cut into the tank to free the people, so they couldn't even get them out. So this adds a whole other level of, if they were not floating around in the chocolate, then why did they need to cut a hole in the tank? Surely you just put a ladder down into the vat.
Down into the chocolate. Yeah. Like, surely a hole in the side of the tank, you're just wasting all the chocolate then.
All the lovely ketamine chocolate.
Ketamine-filled chocolate.
We can confirm both people have been taken off-site for further evaluation. We're extremely grateful for the quick work of the first responders. A statement from Mars read, which, when you read it like that, it's like, well, it went off-world.
Went to the Red Planet for this scoop.
I mean, Shaun, is this... some people would say, look at this and say, this is the dream. This is the way they want to go. Other people, it's a nightmare. Where do you fall in this? Are these people scarred for life, or are they just thinking, God, that was a fun afternoon?
I think they're certainly not eating chocolate anytime soon. Like, and also, it's all well and good once you're in the chocolate and you're swimming around and it's melted. But as soon as that, like, that's going to harden on you, and like, it's in your hair, it's in your eyelashes, it's everywhere. And you have to then get rid of that chocolate off your body. Now, my question. Do you just post an ad somewhere and be like, here, I'm covered in chocolate, who wants to sort this out for me? And you see what happens.
Because there's somebody that will pay for that, first of all.
Good money. They will pay good money for that.
Easy.
Or do you just take a very warm shower and just let it all rinse off you?
I think, well, are you talking... in the person in this scenario, are they like a mental case, or are they just normal and like thinking logically?
Imagine it's me.
Okay, well, you will definitely set up the OnlyFans to get there. But I think
just me at the job, like, oh, I know, I fell in the chocolate again.
The 5th time this week. I feel like if it was everywhere, like it's in your ears, it's up your nose, it's in under your armpits, like it's in your toe, like it's no longer, you don't view it as chocolate at that point. It's more viewed as, this is an inconvenience. This
is a burden. Like, this is a curse at this point.
Yeah. And it's in my shoes. I'm walking around squelching around the place with it.
Connor,
like
please stop. The listeners will get too excited.
I feel like you have the shower and then maybe go eat other chocolate.
maybe have a mint afterwards. Like
maybe like a bit jelly beans. Maybe just some jelly of some kind.
I actually think something savoury. Like you have a goose or something like that.
You couldn't have said chicken. You couldn't even have said chicken. You had
Where's
to say
the comedy
goose.
if you said chicken?
Sure, it's fucking goose. Yeah, well, I'll go get a goose. So.
Just I'm on the way home and covered in chocolate. And I ring my girlfriend and I'm like, here, will you get a goose in? Because I've had a rough day at work.
And she goes, what day is it, boy?
What's today?
Get the goose in.
Fetch the fattest goose you can.
So Shaun, what I decided to do was this week, Florida man, he got up to some hijinks. I will say that. But he didn't do anything that was quite as, I thought, noteworthy as our final story today. As I have Ghost Hunter tricks Black Monk of Pontefract into photo, leaving him in tears of fear.
Right. Okay. The Black Monk of Pontefract is the coolest thing I've ever heard.
Well, can I just say, normally we cover ghost hunters. We normally cover just people not talking nonsense, right? This time we've got evidence. Like the Wolfman, I've got pictures. And I've got a big picture that's clearly a ghost. Clearly, Shaun, couldn't be anything else. It's a bit blurry, but it's clearly a ghost.
Oh, of course it's blurry. Oh, of course it's a blurry thing.
John Paul Newlands from Lincolnshire says he was left almost in tears of fear when the apparition was caught in one of his photographs last month. The 40-year-old ventured into what has been called one of the country's most haunted homes, 30 East Drive, Pontefract, East Yorkshire, to see if he could coax the spirit out for a snap. Also, the article has not spelled spirit right.
How have they fucked up the word spirit,
It's
Connor?
spelled like Sprite. S-P-I-R-T. Spurt.
Spurt. My God.
Good guys. Well done. And he claims to have done just that. Catching what he says is the first terrifying figure image lurking in the corner of one of his photos, Shaun.
Right. And okay, so I'm going to Google Black Monk of Pontefract, Yorkshire. Will that give it to me?
Yeah, that'll give it to you. That'll give it to you. You're getting creeped out, I can tell.
I'm unsettled, I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. And so far, just looks like a regular room in a regular house. And what the fuck is this? This is just... Connor, this is the worst one you've ever fucking brought
John
to me.
Paul says the picture shows the black monk wearing a long hooded robe and standing with his arms raised in the air, Shaun.
No, it doesn't, though, because it just looks like someone spilled Vaseline on a camera.
This isn't the worst one we've done. There's going to be one that's worse.
This is pretty not great, my dude, I will say.
Come on. I've given you nothing but evidence.
You've given me a camera that glitched, is what you... Like, it...
Maybe if I tell you a bit more about the story, Shaun, then you'll believe. You'll become a believer.
Maybe the backstory will do it for me. Yeah.
Are you Scully or am I Scully in this?
I would like to be Fraser Crane, please. He seems to have his life together.
Recalling the moment he came face to face with the ghost, the paranormal expert said, "When I saw the picture, my heart sank. I won't lie, I was really taken aback by it, and I was at a point where I was nearly in tears," he said, Shaun. Nearly in tears after seeing that image you've just looked at.
Well, he's in Yorkshire. Oh, shout out to Yorkshire. You seem lovely. Sorry. It's just a joke. It's non-personal. It's a standard setup
Sean
for comedy.
Means it, but I'm joking. I'm joking, but Sean means it. I don't know whether it was because I was happy or whether I was frightened. I couldn't tell at that time. I just ran up the stairs shouting, I found him, I got him. The moment I took that shot, we all said that there was just something that was just not right about that room.
Yeah, your camera's fucked, man.
I think the monk has been caught out. I don't think he was wanting to show himself, but I used a mirror as a false sense of security for him, and I caught him in the act.
It's mad how it's always the ghost hunters that have the shittest evidence about the ghosts that they hunt.
I could have went to Florida, but I chose this man because I thought you'd hate him more.
I hate him so much.
Sometimes I just pick a story because I know you're going to dislike them. However,
if if by some chance you're listening to this, I'm sure you're a lovely man, right?
No.
But please come on the show and tell us how that's anyway good evidence of anything.
But also, we don't want guests, so...
That's also true.
I get anxious. However, while he's sure of what he saw, John Paul says he won't force his belief on others. See now, Sean, if you just backed up for a second, you'd realise John Paul's a stand-up guy. He said, I won't say that this is a paranormal picture due to the fact that I spotted the photo, and I don't like to force people into seeing what they don't see. I will leave it to the imagination at the moment, he said. According to legend, the house was the location of the UK's most violent haunting, when a family was terrorised by a ghost shortly after moving in 1966.
Right. What was so violent about it, though? What did the ghost do?
Jean and Joe Pritchard say they saw the monk numerous times, and with it even floating over their bed. Other occasions, however, were much more ominous, with pictures slashed and heavy breathing heard throughout the house. Ultimately, no harm went to them or anyway. But
not super violent, it turns out.
Super violent to the pictures, though.
A lot of it, well, you could accidentally shred a picture. It could be a sleep paralysis demon is what they're seeing. Yeah. You know? They both have sleep paralysis. Heavy breathing. Snoring. Asthma. Asthma. What if the house is full of mould and carbon monoxide?
It's carbon monoxide. That's what it is.
It's carbon monoxide. It's 90% of the time it's carbon monoxide.
Apparently, the town's gallows were at one time opposite the home, and the monk was sentenced to death for murdering a young girl many years ago, Sean.
Right, okay. Bad form on the monk there. But he was hanged. What's his unfinished business if he's a ghost?
Well, here's the thing. Firstly, it was shot during daylight. So, if it is anything paranormal, it challenges the convention of ghostly activity only happening when the lights are out, Sean. See, you've been caught out.
Are you suggesting that photo that I just looked at is going to make people completely rethink every preconception they have about hauntings if they are
it's already real? Worked for 50% of this podcast, hasn't it?
Oh, Jesus. What
are you talking about?
Why have I set the ratio up like this?
The evidence is there, Sean. I'm doing my own research. Secondly, it isn't unusual for a fog to be captured by our guests. That's more hearsay from the owner. This image definitely has a strange fog to the right, and one that is hard to explain away in an era of digital photography where chemical anomalies are no longer a factor.
Yeah, but technology is fallible as well. There's no perfect photos. Things can still mess up. Could be too much grain on the picture. The lens could have been covered in spit. I don't know.
Lastly, though, Sean, this might be the clincher for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
We end weird news on this week. Lastly, the white monk-like form in the bottom right ignores the general acceptance that the entity in the house is a black monk, not a white one. So maybe it's not a Cistercian. No. How do you pronounce that? Monk at all? Yeah, that one.
I think it's Cistercian monk.
Yeah.
But then what they've just said is, it's probably not the one that it's not the thing that this house is famous for.
It's not the monk you think it is, but it's his friend who wears white.
Oh, maybe it's the girl he murdered.
Oh God, yeah. This makes me feel like it could have a little something to do with the curtains on the window where the light source is coming from. That said, it is a very peculiar anomaly indeed, so it's hard to explain away, Shaun.
What this story is photo looks a bit weird. People let their heads run away with them. Like, I don't really always...
The truth is.
Who can say? I don't always want to be the skeptic on this show, right? But so okay, that's I suppose the local town crier coming to hang me next for denouncing the ghost man. But look, I don't want to be the skeptic on this show all of the time. But this photo is the worst thing I've ever seen.
And that's why we're ending on it.
Because you started off with a strong photo of a wolf man, and now you've just left me with a bad taste.
To be honest, I thought that might be a funnier way to end the show if I anger you.
I mean, I think you're right. Honestly.
It is equally as plausible, in my opinion, that John may have captured something real that we have no zero understanding of. The mind boggles. And with that, Shaun, I ask you, Shaun.
Yeah.
Are there ghosts among us? Is there a monk in that house? Who knows? Please, let us know.
I'd like to come down hard on the fact that there are no ghosts in that or any house. Now, I've said it.
Strong. I was watching a ghost thing the other night. It was on like BBC.
Right.
As in like not like actively. It was one of those. It was on the background, right?
Of course, yeah.
And
that's how it starts.
It's not how it starts. I'm out of character now, Shaun.
Okay, sorry.
The guy there, right, there was something that moved. They know, like, they're always going around with a camera. It's always fucking green. It's always at night. And it's always, like, three idiots. And they're like, oh, fuck, did you hear that? Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, what? Oh, jeez. Oh, man. And then there's always, like, one of them that looks away. And then, like, just coincidentally, just, like, you can't see his arm, but something falls off a desk that's right beside him that his arm easily could have reached and
could have brushed against it by accident.
And then they had this weird machine that could like get the ghosts to talk, Shaun. Now it's it's a piece of technology that hasn't reached NASA, but these lads have it.
They've sourced it themselves online.
They've sourced it themselves. Now, some would say it's just a recording that they play a lot. But it's a lot of white noise, and then you could hear, help me, and then leave. And then their next clip, they went to a different room, and the clip was, fuck off. On the video, on the audio thing. And I was like, that is pretty good. And then one of the guys goes, we're dealing with an imp here. We're dealing with a ghost imp. That's right. The imps are in this house telling us to fuck off.
I don't think you can have a ghost imp, can you?
This guy told us we could.
I mean, he is the expert. He does have that machine that he got.
He seemed to know what he was doing. He had a little tape recorder there that he was playing.
It's all about confidence in ghost hunting, I think.
Every house he goes to, there's white noise, then there's help me, I'm trapped, and then a little bit of fuck off near the end.
It's very mixed messages from the ghost then. It's like, first of all, help me.
It's a bit of gaslighting. It's like, help me, fuck off. You know, I never said fuck off. Come here.
Or maybe they're saying like, help me leave. Fuck off, help me leave.
Yeah, fuck off. Would you help me leave now, would you? Stop, cop on to yourself.
Just sick of their shit, quite honestly.
Shaun, I think that's it for Weird News this week.
What a week of Weird News, Connor. Would you like me to take us out?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thanks goes out to everyone over on Patreon who supports us, keeps the show going. Absolutely amazing people. They all get access to our movie and TV show reviews, and they also get shout-outs on the show. So shout-outs, of course, have to go to Waffles, the magic undisputed king of Aotearoa New Zealand, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the wife Palmer, Ryan technically fine Evanson, Shaun Chuck it in the wash and it'll be grand Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky, did Daredevil snap when the blip happened, McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sam, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, Sackman41 and Frost. Thank you all for the support. You're all absolutely amazing human beings. If you want to join those fine people, head on over to the Patreon link below, or patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Also down below is our merch store, heroesforhire.ie/shop. The Twitter @HeroesForHirePod, the 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So, I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been a ghost the whole time.
Oh, is it a ghostly white figure?
I fell in a vat of M&Ms.
It's the imps. I'll talk to you next week.
Bye.